It's January and I'm determined to find a scrumptious dessert recipe that won't derail the New Year's resolutions. Here's some of your suggestions. So it was Sarah from Basingstoke's key lime pie that caught my attention. I'm going to make it here, albeit a slightly lighter version. So you start with the low-fat spread, which you're just melting in the pan. That's about 50 grams. Then the fun bit. You take your digestive biscuits and you put them in a strong bag. I've actually put them in 2 bags. And okay, now we bung in our biscuits. There's 140 grams of light digestive biscuits in this. Okay, so there we are. You've got your delicious biscuity mixture and you just pop that in there and give it a bit of a shake, and then you just give it a pat like that. You can use any biscuits you like for this. Ginger nuts are delicious. They're mixed with the lime and the ginger. Shortbread is really yummy. So that's all pressed in, and then you just bung that in the fridge. So you leave that in the fridge for 15 to 20 minutes, and you get on with your eggs. What I'm doing here is I'm taking 3 eggs and dividing them into yolks and whites. So you put your whites to one side and you grab your can of Carnation condensed milk light. And you just pop this in with the eggs. You sort of immediately feel that you have a custard there. Okie dokie. Now, grab your 3 limes, remember, 3 eggs, 3 limes, and zest them before you squeeze them, because actually it's quite hard to zest a squeezed lime. Now, this is one of those microplanes which are absolutely brilliant, but don't go too deep, because if you do, you're going to get the bitter bit. So once it goes down to white, move on. Now you need to squeeze the limes. If you give them a bit of a roll like that, it sort of loosens up the juice and makes it easier to get the maximum amount of juice out of them. There we are. And can you see, look, that's going all set. It's the condensed milk and the lime juice that helps it set without the need for anything else. Look how thick and creamy that is. That is really delicious. It's sharp and sweet and creamy. It's just the perfect mixture. So there's the biscuit base, which has been in the fridge for over 15 minutes. Take the biscuit base and pour in our delicious green limey mixture. Give that a bit of a... Right, now this goes in the oven at 180 degrees, preheated of course, for around 20 minutes. Keep an eye on it. So let it cool for about 5 to 10 minutes, and then this is the clever bit, watch this. You take something, anything that's tall and thin-ish, and you just do this, look. And it should just, right, there we are, look at that. And you put that on your baking tray for later. Right, you've got your 3 egg whites from earlier and 85 grams of sugar. Bung that in there. That's it, you've got your egg whites in there. And then you put that down and you whack it up to the top. I love whisking eggs. It's fascinating. Watching that clear viscous liquid become a kind of air-filled fluff is endlessly riveting. Yep, we got peaks. Now we're just going to fold in the sugar very gently. No need to rush this. This is what we want on the top of our key lime pie, is a really gorgeous, snowy, fluffy meringue. If we bash it around too much, the air will come out and it will be just a kind of floppy thing. You just pour that over top like that. Spread that out. What I'm doing here is just making some little snowy peaks because they will catch really nicely in the oven and they'll just go a little bit browner than the rest of the meringue. Okay, now you just chuck that back in the oven for 5 minutes. Bingo. Look at that. That is just the chicken. That is pretty perfect. Now, let's just, oh, do you hear that? It doesn't look like, does it? And I tell you one thing, doesn't taste it either. That is absolutely delicious. That is a lovely light key lime pie. Fantastic to share.